So I have built a powerful automation system with Claude that publishes high quality blog posts on your website. I know that you have heard about this kind of tools in the past, right? But trust me, this is completely different from the tools that you've heard. There are so many tools out there, like auto blogging tools are there, like that can publish blogs automatically. But let me tell you what is the difference here, right? In your own words, it's write the blog post, it add the real images, it add the real screenshots, right? It also generates few 2-3 images so that it looks like real blog post. And trust me, this blog post that created by my AI tool that I built, it will use Claude as a brain and it will follow a proper SOP for writing a high quality blog post, right? So it will add images, it will do the internal linking, it will do the external linking, it will do the proper SEO so that Google index your content to search result, right? And to be honest, these are really high quality blog posts because this will be written in your own words, right? There will be no AI fluff. That's for sure, I'm telling you. So first I will show you an example of the blog post that I have already published, and then I will show you a demo of it, and then I will show the architecture behind it. Then you will understand the complete thing. To build this system, right, it will cost you $0 if you have two things. One is self-hosted N8N. There are so many servers out there you can get for free where you can host N8N for free. One more thing that you need is Claude Pro subscription, right? So if you don't have Claude Pro subscription, you can use Gemini Spark. So, okay, you can see there is an example blog post that I published on 8th August, right? As you can see, and this is 100% generated by AI words. Okay, you can see this image, right? The feature image is also generated by AI. Then you can see how it's starting the post, okay? Right, and then you will see that I have my own affiliate link given here for Hostinger, right? As you can see here. And then you can see one screenshot. That is a real screenshot from Hostinger web page, right? It is taken by browsing in the cloud, right? Using a cloud browser, it has been taken a real screenshot, okay? And we have that also, like we are going to use real image, so Google doesn't think, okay, we are using, some template things to make our blog post. No, every time the blog post will be different with different type of images, right? That's what he's been doing. It's not that it's generated by AI. Only the first image here, it is generated by AI, the feature image, and this is actually a real screenshot, okay? Then you go down below, you can see this is also a graphic generated by AI, right? But you can see like this is not something cringe, okay, like some cyberpunk or something like the robotic. This look very realistic, okay? If you go down, you can see another screenshot, right? One more thing I forgot to tell you, there is internal link. You can see here, this internal linking is also done here. So as I told you that it does the SEO properly, right? Another internal link. Then we have another screenshot here, as you can see, right? And then I'll go down below another screenshot. It properly applies where it need to be added, like the images and all. It's not randomly add anywhere, okay? It will add the place where it's mentioned. You can see Epify is mentioned here, so it has put a screenshot from Epify store here, right? Then you can see an image from Pixel has been added here. We are doing properly external linking, internal linking, right? And then we are putting real images there. We are not putting like a templated image, like, after every header, we don't have image. We are having images in a place where it should be. I will talk about a lot of things. What are the resources that I've used here? And you can do it absolutely for free, right? I'll tell you every steps here, right? So now I'll give you a demo first, then we will show you the tech stack behind it, okay? So let's get started with that. Now let's get started with the demo. So you can see this page, right? This is the blog queue. This is where I add blog to the queue, right? Okay, which blog to be published on which date, okay? So now you can see here first we have a YouTube link, right? So what is this YouTube link? So YouTube link is that I want to convert my YouTube videos to a blog post. So that's how we get blog post in our own words. So you just take it out your phone and just record one video and then publish to YouTube, get the video link and then paste it here, right? It will not take even 10 minutes to do it, record a video, right? And then get it done and get the link here. That's it. But do not take anyone else videos here and then publish the blog. So then we have a publish date here. You have to select which date you want to publish here, right? Then you'll select whether you want to publish it as a draft or publish live. Then you'll put your affiliate link. If you are promoting any tool or anything, then you can put the affiliate link here. So let's get started with this. Right, so I will put a YouTube video link here first. So you can see that this is my own YouTube channel and I have one video here that is my own video about Reddit marketing. So I will use this video here, okay? And then from top, I'll copy the link, right? I'll paste the link here, okay? Now I'll select the date. Then I will save it as a draft or publish. So I'll go with the draft, okay? I don't want to publish it now. Then you can add any affiliate link you have. Then what you will do, you will simply click on add queue, okay? Then you can see it has been added to the queue here, okay? You can also see here. Right, so now I will go to the spreadsheet where we're tracking actually all these things. So it has been added here, right? So let me tell you one thing here. You can do it also here, right? Everything from the spreadsheet. The reason I've chosen this one, right, is because I want to do it also from my phone, right? The blog post will be drafted by today because today is 9th August, but we exactly don't know at what time it will be drafted. The reason is because our automation is running twice in a day. It checks twice spreadsheet row and see if the date matches. If the date doesn't match, it will not publish. Okay, so today is 9th August, so that it will publish by today. Okay, but exactly we don't know when it will come and check. So that reason I need to execute it manually now. Otherwise, I don't execute anything manually. Okay, it done in automation. So for that reason, I need to go to N8N here. So N8N here plays an important role here, right? For the backend of the system. Okay, Claude is the brain here, and we have a guide for Claude as well in the skill file that Claude is get trained on that, and then Claude execute which workflow need to be executed, right? All these workflows are connected via MCP. So here you can see that we have total here like 8 workflows. All these workflows are needed to run the system. Okay, right? So first we have here the important one, that is, block queue. So this is the one you actually watch the spreadsheet, okay, twice in a day. So we are running a cron job here, so it will check twice in a day, right, that whether there is any date matches in the spreadsheet or not, and if there is any YouTube video link or not. If it is found that it's a due date, then it will fire the URL to Claude here. Okay, then Claude will handle everything from here, right? And then I also get a Telegram message that, okay, this is I have already fired that, you will get the blog post in a while, right? So for that reason, I need to execute it right now because it is running twice in a day. I don't know exactly what time it will run. So for that reason, I'll just click here on execute workflow. Okay, so to show you the example, so I'll click here on execute workflow, right? You can see that started running here. You can see that anything due, yes, then it fired. Now I will get a message on Telegram. You can see here that I have got message from Media Blog bot, and if I go down, you can see that we have the draft, and we can also watch the session. Claude is working. Okay, you will click on watch the session here, then you will see that Claude has started working. One more thing here I need to show you. In the spreadsheet, you can see processing. So it means working. When it is done, it will add here done. Okay, so once the blog post is published, I will get the notification, right? And I'll show you. So as you can see inside the Claude Code routine, it shows that post has been published, right? So I will go to Telegram, right? You can see that to just see that I also get notification here. So as you can see, I got a notification here that post has been published. I mean, the draft has been created, not published. So here is the link. So I'll open it, right? Yeah. So you can see that, right? This is the post we have here. Look at the feature image, right? How good it is, right? And then you can see that this is the title, right? And look here, there is one pixel image has been used here, right? And you can see it exactly used my word. Just 11 days ago, I got active on it. Like, it's not AI, like it doesn't start with like, in the fast pacing world, something like that. It never used this kind of word, right? It uses my own words that has been in the video, right? Then if I go down below, right, you would see one more pixel image has been added here, right? Okay. Then you can see a real screenshot has been added, right, from this wealthy affiliate page, right? That is the thing I told you, right? And you can see we have a here internal link is also added one, right? And if I go down below, this is actually generated by OpenAI. Then if I go down below, another pixel image has been added. Look here, and one screenshot from ChatGPT, exactly screenshot has been taken and added here. And you can see one more screenshot has been added here. If there is a relevant candidate for the internal link, right, it will add the internal link. Now I can review it and publish it. I keep it draft or publish, right? I can directly publish. I did not publish it because I'm going to publish it somewhere else here, right? So if I go to the sheet, you will see that the update here. You can see every update. You can see like, so all the update has been already sent to Telegram. So this post is actually not the right candidate. My skill file is I built it in such a way it's that it should create only tech videos, like tech, AI automation, all this kind of post, not videos, all this kind of post, right? That is what I made it for. Okay, the skill file. Okay, now let's move on to the explaining a little bit the architecture behind it. So what you need basically, so when I talk about this page, right, I mean this page, you can see this page that we have used initially, this is basically running on Google App Script, right? So no one can log in here, even though you see this page is public, but you can't come up here because if you want to access this, you need to log into my Google account, so which is not possible, right? This part is not even required, right? You just need this spreadsheet here. Okay, come up here, you can add as many as videos you want, keep it draft or published, whatever you want, right? And then you can track it everything from here. If we have also added Telegram node, if you don't want Telegram, then you can also omit that. There is no problem at all, right? So Telegram is just for getting the notification, right, in mobile. That's why I keep it. Then we'll move to the next one, that is our Claude Code. This is the one is actually playing the major role here. Okay, a Claude code routine. So you have to come to the claude.ai/code, right? After coming here, you'll see Claude code, and inside you can start a new session or whatever, but go in the routine. Okay. So inside routine, you can see that I have created already two routines is here. First is Indish YouTube video pipeline that I have already made a video about it, that I create videos in automation completely, right? Same way like that. Okay. Video with my face, with my avatar, right? Is the video is created. Then we can see Indish blog publisher. This is the one I have created. So if I open it, right, you can see that we are making it to read. Okay, we are telling you instruction to read this GitHub repo. So this GitHub repo is where I have a skill.md file. So it reads this one. Okay, this skill.md file it reads, and then it do its job, right? And you can see this is connected to a GitHub repository, and then you can see it's also manual. It's not scheduled trigger. So I'll tell you how it does. Okay, and I have added 5 connector, which is connected 5 connector. One is Composio for pixel images. So you need a tool called Composio, and then from there you will get your pixel API. You'll connect with Composio. Then you will add Composio MCP to your Claude. Then you will add N8 and MCP. So here we have N8 and workflows, right? Initially I showed you that. Okay, so there are, I told you that we are using so many workflows there, right? As you can see, 7 to 8 workflows we are using, right? So all this workflows has to be connected with Claude AI. So you know that if you go to the settings here, and then if you go here, instance level MCP, if you click on connection detail, right, then you can get your server URL from here, right? You'll copy it and you will come to Claude, and then you will just connect it, right? You'll connect Claude. Okay, that's how you get it. Same for support data. Support data I have used for to get the transcript of the video. So support data you can search on Google and get it MCP link, and then create your account, and then just log in here. Then you have Firecrawd. Firecrawd is the one we use here to get the screenshot here. We use Firecrawd to get the screenshot. You have seen so many screenshots in the in our post, right? All this screenshot is taken by Firecrawd. Okay, it is a browsing session inside Firecrawd. So we execute the browsing session, we get the screenshot. You can also get screenshot not just homepage, but for anything. Let's say you have logged in there some of the tool, then it can also log in that, and you can get specific screenshot that you want, right? That is really. And then we have a browserless. This is something browserless is also same for the same job I have added here to get the screenshot. But sometimes browserless has a lot of issues, right? It often shows it cannot bypass the Cloudflare captcha, but Firecrawd can to do that. So that is what I have created here. This is how is a Claude we use as a brain. We train the brain from this GitHub repo. Okay, so let me take you to this GitHub repo. So you can see this is the skill file, right? And it has all this thing like what Claude has to do, what Claude should not do. This skill file, I'll say the instruction book, right? You can say the main SOP is this one. Claude actually read this one. Okay, so Claude, we use Claude as a brain, but knowledge source is this one, is the knowledge source, you can tell. Okay, then one thing you will see that if I go back here, you'll see internal links.md, right? This is where we save all the internal links from our website. So let me tell you why I did this. Okay, so let's say we want to add relevant internal links. Claude has to use my website and call my website, okay, and get list of this link. So there will be timeout issue, and also you need to find in batches. So I don't want to use this resource because Claude need to read again and again. So if I put it here, right, Claude already knows which blog post does what, so you don't need to scrape the entire post again and again, right? It will, if you add this thing here, then it will automatically know that what it should do here, right? And let me tell you, Claude only will add this. You don't have to add anything here like internal links. You have to come, you don't have to come here. So if you have already existing blog, so what you can do, you can just tell Claude, okay, that I want to add the internal links like this. Claude will make you, and then you can just come up here and then commit here, right? That's what you will do. So, and for the next time, once you have set up the automation, then Claude will automatically add these links here. I mean, this title, this covers, that what is basically covers, then tags. So the next time it will not even read the post, okay, because it knows that what is covered. So it will take the relevant link from here. So that is really important for internal linking. Internal linking is more important than external linking, right? As you know, this is because this is a core SEO. So now let me give you a brief about how this workflow works. Although you will get everything when I share the GitHub repo, if you read the README file, you will get everything. And also I created a detailed blog post around that, so you will understand everything. But still, I want to give you the overall explanation here, right? First, what will happen when the automation get triggered, right? I mean, when it get triggered from this spreadsheet, right? Date matches. The first workflow that I've shown in N8, it will trigger Claude, right? Claude code, it will trigger it, and then immediately Claude, what it will do, right? It will read this. As you can see, it will read immediately this skill file, okay, as you know that, right? And then it will get all the instruction that what it need to do, okay? So it understood that, okay? Then from there, it understood that, okay, what are the steps I need to follow? And then what it will do, it will come up here, and then it will extract the transcript, right? Then it will read what the context in the video is there, so how it can create the blog post based on that, okay? So that then it will understand, okay, what I need to do, right? I need to get the images, right? Then I need to get the internal links, right? I need to get all the screenshot, right? So it will execute based on that, right? And then once it is done, right, let's say once it is done getting all these things, right, it will execute first, as you know, that this one, right, then it will go to N8N. It will execute workflows, right? We have multiple workflows, as you know, that like it will execute one by one workflow, right? As you know that here we also have a Firecrawl agent here. So I'm using two Firecrawl account, right? One is for finding screenshot and all, and other is for reading any web page and all, right? That is for Claude MCP. So that is the reason I have a two Firecrawl here connected. Okay. So then it will get, right, all the internal links, then it will get all the images using all these MCP servers, and different workflows are there, right? And for generating images, like let's say sometimes you need to generate the feature image, because our feature image actually is generated. Okay. So here we have two workflows. Let me tell you. First, we are generating images using OpenAI. Secondly, we are generating images using Pollination, right? So what I will tell you that we are using one of this workflow, not both. Okay. And Pollination is free. And here, let me tell you, you can get OpenAI GP2 image model here for free, right? Same model as OpenAI you can use here. Then you can see that we have another workflow, right, that convert the images, because we want to convert images. Like once the images are generated, once the images are found, right, using pixel and all, right, images need to be converted, right? We convert the images using this workflow. Okay. We want to convert to WebP, right? And then we push them to Cloudflare R2. Now, if you don't have Cloudflare R2, if you don't have the idea about what is Cloudflare R2, in our blog post, we have many images. So these images are not actually hosted on our site. Like this, exactly not here, because it will become heavy. Let's say you are calling everything from one domain, indishmarketer.com, right? So, and there are a lot of images, so it will become heavy, right? So I'm hosting the images somewhere else, but it is in my subdomain, and that is where I'm hosting its Cloudflare R2 in this bucket. You can see I've created one bucket here. So this is where I'm storing the images, right? There is nothing much. You can just see the workflow. You can just get the API keys from here, right? And then connect in your N8N workflow, right? Example, if I open this, you will see that we have a Cloudflare R2 bucket is connected here, like via API call. So I'll go here and I'll zoom in, right? So you can see here upload to R2, and this is free, right? Absolutely free for an individual who is running. This is absolutely free. You get 10 GB of storage here, right? So you can store as much as images you want, right? So that is how generous it is, right? So look here, most of these tools are free here, right? Pollination is free. I'm using OpenAI because I have some credit, but you can switch here, because in your skill file, right, you just need to change the workflow name. For example, workflow ID plays a very important role here. You have to copy the workflow ID from here, and then you need to paste it in your skill file. So this is the public repository that I've created for you. Here you will find the app script code, right, that you will deploy in Google, Google spreadsheet to run to get a form like this. Okay. So then you'll have a docs. You will read these docs. Okay. It says all this explanation about how to set up, how to, understand about workflows.md file, spreadsheet.md file, everything is there, right? I've created separate docs for that. Okay. Then we have the workflows here. You will find all the workflows here, and you can also see the readme.file. Okay. So it will explain you what this workflow does, like everything is there. Okay. Then if I go back, right, you have the skill.md file. These are the two important things, like skill.md file. Okay. So if I'll open it, and I will show you something. So you can see these are the configurations setup. This is the config section, okay, in the skill file. So once you fork this repo, right, you will delete all this thing. You'll just keep these two things, skill.md file and internal links.md file. Then you will come up here, you will edit this one, and you will replace with your Google Sheet ID, right? Then you will name it Q, keep it Q. For example, if you go here, you will see that I have named it Q here. Okay. And then you'll enter your domain name, and note that you need Ghost here. If you already have a Ghost website, Ghost is not like WordPress. Okay. It's like Medium kind of a platform. Okay. Like looks like Medium, as I've shown you. My platform is Ghost here. As you can see, I'm hosting on Ghost. Okay. But you can also connect WordPress, but for that you need a separate workflow. If you already have any VPS server, what you can do there, you can host N8N there, and also you can host your Ghost website there. So two things you can do. Like this way, if you go self-host Ghost, right, then it will be cost effective, right? You don't have to pay anything. You just need to pay for the VPS server. And on top of that, you can also host your N8N instance there, right? So I'll create a detailed blog post around that so you can read everything. But this README file is enough to understand, right? If you go through this, you will understand everything. So yeah, that's how it's done, right? So once the image is generated, it will be converted and uploaded to R2, right? Then these are the workflows you need to be added here, right, in this skill file. Okay. So that Claude understand, okay, which workflows I should execute for what, because they have explained everything here, right? And you can, one more thing you can do, based on your niche, you can change everything. If you remember that I told you the Claude itself going to push internal links, right, in the GitHub, right? If you remember that I told you that there is one internal links, right, is there internal links MD file, you can see here. So Claude itself going to push this thing here, right? Okay, in this skill.md file. Now it has a dummy links, right? You have to remove them and Claude will going to push this thing here. Okay, so this workflow is for that. We have one more workflow here, a sheet ID. Okay, basically this one Claude used for once the post is published and everything is done, right? Claude will update the spreadsheet from here. Okay, this using this workflow, and also it send me notification on Telegram. These are all the workflows are there, right? So one thing I'll tell you, if you don't have OpenAI, right, you can use pollination. Copy this ID from here. Let's say this one will copy from here, and then you'll go to your GitHub repo. And what you will do, you will go to the skill.md file here, go to the skill.md file, and then you will replace this one, that is image generation workflow ID, with this. So you can use either of any one, like either you can use this for pollination, OpenAI. If you have OpenAI credits, use OpenAI. And if you want to do it for free, absolutely free, then use this. You can keep one workflow as optional here, right? So that's how this thing is working, right? So I think that I've covered almost everything. If I've missed anything, obviously you can drop in the comments, and we can make a detailed video, not video, but I think a live session would be better for that, right? If you want a live session around it, let me know in the comments. I make a live session, and so that we can answer, we can set up live everything, right? So I can do a webinar, live webinar around that, right? If you want. So yeah, that's all for this video. I know that this video is getting very longer, and also, like, you know, you need to explain everything, every nitty-gritty from here, right? So which is not possible in a single video for me, right? It took me more than 1 or 2 months to just bring this setup, because previously it was desktop based. Now I bring it to cloud based, right? So to bring it here, it took so many experiment, like so many things I need to do, like so many workflows I need to create, so many tools I need to find, okay, right, for alternatives and all this thing, right? So it took a lot of time, right, to just think about it, execute these things. So that's all for this video, right? If you have comments, obviously drop it. I can help you here.